Yeah, but I don't think it was such a situation where your chairman says that
Mm.
the national team's participation depends solely on what the government says, and then in less than 24 hours, your cricket
We are
board
announcing the
announces.
squad.
So this is height of abnormality. I mean, even Ishan Kishan played today.
Mm.
I mean, when he was out, India's run rate was almost 17 per over.
Yes,
Yeah, so
exactly.
so the equation was just ridiculously easy then itself. Especially, when they're bowling and fielding, that
Mm.
eagerness, that urgency, I would rather say,
Mm.
is absolutely missing because I mean, from the captain's body language as well.
Welcome to the Crick Hub. Today again, Sharak Banerjee is there along with me from the Telegraph. Sharak, welcome to the Crick Hub.
Thank you, Bartho.
In Sunday, it was the third match of the T20 series against New Zealand, but it was in terms of competition, in terms of good match, I should say that it's a very boring match. It's a absolutely one-sided series, one-sided match as well. Obviously, from the point of view of Indian supporters, Indian cricket fans, it's a huge match and huge series win for them. But I must say, I will come this point again on the later side of the program. But first of all, I want to ask you one thing. How do you feel about the all things going on surrounding the cricket T20 Cricket World Cup? What's happening? Before 2 days, it was between Bangladesh participations. Now it's going on about Pakistan's participations. It's all about chaos. What I think. What do you think?
Yeah, the entire subcontinent,
Mm.
barring Sri Lanka, entire subcontinent seems chaotic now. You can beat in any sphere.
Mm.
And cricket is the best thing to gain cheap popularity and some cheap mileage
Exactly. In this part of the world.
in this part of the world. Yeah, and
And
yeah,
do you think that local politicians of these countries are trying to encash this thing?
absolutely. I mean, if we first talk about Pakistan,
Mm.
their chairman Mohsin Naqvi, I don't
Mm.
know how normal or abnormal he is. I don't know. Is
Mm.
something only he can say.
Mm.
But he says that Pakistan's participation in the World Cup depends on what their prime minister says. And
Yes, Anto
then
Mohammed.
in less than 24 hours, the Pakistan Cricket Board announces its World Cup squad, their World
Yes.
Cup, their World Cup squad.
Mm.
So,
Same kind of
what do
drama
you?
we have seen in the at the time of Asia Cup when they tried to
No,
work
what
on
do you?
Asia.
Yeah, but I don't think it was such a situation where your chairman says that
Mm.
the national team's participation depends solely on what the government says, and then in less than 24 hours, your cricket
We are
board
announcing
announces.
the squad.
So this is height of abnormality. And yeah, in our part of the world, we like to thrive in abnormality.
Absolutely.
So, so I mean, it's very disappointing that
Yeah, most
part of the world we live in is mired in is mired in these kind of absolutely unnecessary stuff.
absolutely. And we are not talking about cricket. We are not talking about batting, bowling, how the wickets are. We are not
No, not
talking
at all.
about venues. We are only talking about
No
this.
one is bothered. Yeah, no one's bothered.
Yes.
Some fake nationalism, fake patriotism,
Mm.
and and spread and spreading hatred against each other's communities. That's all.
Yes.
And
And,
fanning
and,
it
and,
as
and this is absolute and consistent even things happening from last few years before any kind of ICC event or any big event in cricket.
it's very disappointing. But but I think all stakeholders are responsible. If you keep
Absolutely.
saying that it's one, but if you travel to one particular
Absolutely.
country, your security is at stake. No, your security could be at stake in any part of the world, even in first world countries.
Yes, we have seen at the time of acid what
Yes,
happened.
yes, yes, and if you go back to uh, a few years down, I mean, some 6 7 years back,
Hmm.
there was an attack in a Christchurch mosque.
Yeah. But the Bangladesh cricket team were.
Yes, they were touring New Zealand then.
Yes, and they
This
were
can happen.
nearby the mosque, maybe,
Yeah, absolutely,
if I'm
absolutely.
not wrong.
This can happen anywhere,
Yes,
not just in Pakistan.
yes. Or not that what Bangladesh is saying about India.
In
So
Calcutta, it
this,
will
this,
never
is, this
happen.
is utterly this is
Calcutta,
utterly disappointing.
yeah, in
And
Calcutta, it will never happen because
yes,
if
who are saying
you
on
look
our
for an
story.
explosion in no, I mean, if I talk about Calcutta, it will never happen because the the culprits,
Hmm,
if they do it, then
hmm,
then it becomes very difficult for them to flee this city because in that case security will be doubled and heightened
absolutely.
to an enormous degree.
Yes, absolutely. It is absolutely disappointing, and I don't know how big impact it's putting on the subcontinental cricket in the future.
It's making things worse.
Absolutely.
That bit I can say.
Yes,
What else to
definitely.
say there?
Yes. Let's come back to the cricket.
Yeah.
So, how you have enjoyed today's match and India's batting specifically? And one more thing, I should say that the bowling was more disciplined, I think, rather than yesterday's match.
Yeah, today's
Last one.
victory was set up by the bowlers. Absolutely. Ravi
Yes,
Bishnoi and Bumrah. Absolutely.
exactly.
Both of them
Fantastic
bowled
spell.
2 balls each. And
Mm,
they conceded just one boundary in their respective 4 overs of spell.
mm,
So
yes,
it goes to show that the control with which they've bowled.
mm,
I think that played a huge role in setting things up for India. And then even after Sanju Samson was castled of the very first ball, just kind of goes on to show the current mindset of this batting group is
mm,
absolutely fearless and they're clear in their mind. This clarity
absolutely.
in the mind, I mean, being clear in your mind is of utmost importance.
Exactly.
I mean, if the ball is in my arc, I will just go. I will
Yeah.
take no half measures,
Yes.
and that's how even even Ishan Kishan played today.
Mm,
I mean, when he was out, India's run rate was almost 17 per over.
yes.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
so the equation was just ridiculously easy then itself.
Yes.
And of course, Captain Surya Kumar Yadav is back in form just when it needed, just
Exactly.
days before the World Cup.
Yes.
So this is a huge boost for the team.
Absolutely.
His quality was always
Abhishek
there.
Sharma also getting runs on his.
Abhishek Sharma, he's in any case, he's in good form at present.
Yes. Yes.
So there weren't any kind of complaints over his form. So Abhishek
Exactly.
Sharma, he just needs to keep going. That's all. But
Exactly.
Surya Kumar Yadav's, his, you know, even in a few innings, even when he was well set, he was still not able to get those big runs, those big
Exactly.
scores. But last Friday and today as well, the kind of assurance that was seen in his batting,
Mm,
that augurs very well for the team, and
exactly.
of course for him also.
Exactly. And I hope you will agree with me. And one more point that is, at this point of time, I think that in T20 format, India's reserve bench is the best in the world. You see that Ishan Kishan came to the squad from nowhere. You see, we were talking about Ravi Bishnuy's performance. He is not in the mainstream squad. If you consider our past three spinners with whom India will play. So, Rizab, what is your concept of India's this much strong reserve bench?
Uh, I don't. I don't know if I can say this is the strongest reserve bench, but yes, definitely
Hmm.
among the stronger ones. No second
Okay.
thoughts on that.
Okay.
But at the same time, you also have to look at the opposition. I'm very,
Yes.
I'm absolutely flabbergasted looking at how New Zealand have been
And
playing.
they're serious about this
Absolutely.
series. What do you think?
I think there is a kind of indifference.
Okay.
There is a touch of indifference in their approach and attitude
Hmm.
because that urgency is missing.
Yes, the regardless.
Especially when they are bowling and fielding, that
Hmm.
eagerness, that urgency, I would rather say,
Hmm.
is absolutely missing because I mean from the captain's body language as well.
Hmm.
You know, New Zealand
It's
are
always a tough
decently strong.
competitor.
Yeah, that they are always are. But in terms of spin also,
Hmm.
they are decently strong. I mean, quite decently
Hmm.
decently placed,
Hmm.
and they know. I mean, I'm sure they know it that the current generation of Indian batters are not too strong against
Yes, I
spin,
know. Yes, exactly.
as their predecessors were. But
Yes.
spite of that, not a single over of spin was bowled even in today's game inside the power play.
Hmm. Hmm.
It was very surprising. I'm not saying that had spinners had Santner or Ish Sodhi bowled inside the power play, India would have lost the game. No, I'm not saying
No.
that.
Yeah.
But had you done something differently, the prospect of creating at least a little bit of
Chance.
more pressure on the opposition,
Hmm.
that could have increased.
Yes,
That could have gone up.
exactly.
They didn't do it at all. You know,
So,
they just kept going through the motions and kept feeding uh, Abhishek, Surya, and even Ishan with some very poor deliveries. I say very. Some of the balls were awful. Just this
exactly.
wasn't really expected of a team like New Zealand.
Yeah. What is the prediction about the next two matches?
Well, again, if India don't win 5-0, I'll be surprised. But
Okay.
does it really matter? The series is
Hmm.
over, and the next two matches will be treated as just warm-up games. I think from
Exactly.
both teams.
Exactly.
It will be a warm-up game, two warm-up games for both the
Both the
teams.
teams. Yeah.
I'm sure New Zealand will be testing some of the reserves, and India too may do the same.
Exactly.
In
They
the next
should.
match, we might see yeah. I think in the next match, Bumrah could be rested and Arshdeep brought back, and
Yeah.
then or even Kuldeep may be rested and Varun Chakravarti be brought back.
Yes.
So this could happen.
Exactly. Exactly. And do you think that Tilak Verma will come back and play these two matches? Do you have any update about that?
It's quite unlikely. The news that I have is he'll most likely be rested for the remaining two games so
Hmm.
that he's fully fit by the time the World Cup begins. So
Okay.
as of now, what I came to know from my sources at the BCCI that he's only taking throwdowns,
Okay.
underarm and 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 a bit of overarm throwdowns,
Hmm.
uh, and uh, his rehab is still on. And as far as full intensity batting at nets is concerned, it may take a few more days.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Understandable.
same is the case. Same is the case with Washington Sundar.
Okay. But hopefully, Tilak Verma will be absolutely fit before the World Cup starts.
Yeah, if you talk of Tilak, uh, he in all likelihood he should be fit for the World Cup. But the same at the moment, the same cannot be said about Washi.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. Because what I think is okay, Washington Sundar also a very important player for Team India in this particular format, but Tilak Verma is more important, and as he can
He,
bat in different gears and
yes,
he
he
can
can
play
adapt
long.
to any situations, which is very important.
Exactly, exactly. So his inclusion in the World Cup will be very important for Team India.
Absolutely.
Anyways, thank you, Shaykh, for joining us, and we'll see you soon again on some different program.
Thank you, but.